Have you on the program again, and of course it still remains the economy today. Reaching you from KAFTAN Television, King Adewale Film and Theatre Arts Network, talking about television here. Today we have a very special discussion to do, and as a result I have a special guest. Okechukwu Onubogu here, by the way, and we'll still continue to give you the things we have each time we come on the program, talking about a review, a preview, talking about interview, and of course the news itself. We'll do it today, and I have a guest this day, and this guest of mine is the Executive Director, Communications and Marketing of the station KAFTAN Television, and he is a member of Nigeria Guild of Editors, and he is here with me today. Ime Ufot. Ime, good to have you on the program.
Oh, thank you, viewers, and good morning having you in the studio today.
And Ime will be here with me from now till the end of the program, but before you see him again, I have other things to do which we normally do here, and so we'll take other segments of the program as we have a news beat, we have this interview session that will still go on, we do have the money market stories, and we have the section that is from the business news. That is the one that will come up straight away. But before it comes, I wanted to let you know the topic of our program today: building a resilient economy. Bauchi Business Summit in focus. That's it. And so we'll get on with this, and we'll begin first of all with from the business news. We'll return and continue.
A powerful wave of opportunity is sweeping across Nigeria, and its heartbeat is coming from Bauchi, where potential meets possibility. Fresh from a groundbreaking Lagos roadshow as Nigeria's economic capital, the Bauchi state government is opening its doors, unveiling a world of opportunities like never before. Under the visionary leadership of Governor Bala Mohammed, Bauchi is offering investors a clear path, policy support, infrastructure, security, and enabling environment built on transparency and inclusiveness. Theme: rebuilding a resilient economy, optimizing investments and partnerships. Bauchi State is ready for business. Are you ready for Bauchi?
This message is from the Office of the Special Advisor on Media and Publicity, Comrade Mukhtar Gidaru, German Al-Khaleri.
The Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer of the Rural Electrification Agency, Abba Aliyu, says the agency has already provided electricity access to about 8 million Nigerians under the Nigeria Electrification Project, with millions more set to benefit in the coming years. In an interview with our correspondent, Aliyu declared that the REA had not only met its targets but exceeded them. According to him, the government is making efforts to ensure 17.5 million Nigerians are out of energy poverty in the next 3 years. Nigeria has struggled with poor power supply for years. There are reports that about 90 million people, especially those in rural communities, have no access to electricity. The Minister of Power, Adebayo Adelabu, said the government was trying to increase power generation, revealing that efforts were in top gear to provide electricity to many Nigerians through different sources. In collaboration with the public-private partnership, the federal government is set to embark on a high-speed railway in addition to the ongoing narrow and standard gauge railway reform project across the country to help boost the sector and the nation's economy. This was revealed by the President and Chief Executive Officer of the SADEL Consortium, Samuel Oko, during the Nigeria's second International Railway Conference held in Abuja. Oko noted that Nigerians are about to witness a new Nigeria through the renewed hope agenda of President Bola Tinubu's administration. Speaking on the capacity of the consortium and bringing the dream into fruition, he highlighted that within its capacity, it has keyed into the renewed hope agenda of the current administration and has already applied a huge force with great works.
Be rest assured, as of now, we are almost dotting the T's. We are about to do a final investment decision, and we are also going to Federal Executive Council for final approvals. And in the next 6 months, His Excellency the President Bola Ahmed Tinubu is going to invite other leaders in the world to witness the ground ceremony of this project.
And now, the Independent Media and Policy Initiative forecasts that Nigeria's inflation will drop to 17% by December 2025, predicting continued disinflation. The latest inflation data from the National Bureau of Statistics indicated that inflation dropped 20.12% in August from 21.88% in July. In a policy statement, the policy think tank also called for the Monetary Policy Committee of the Central Bank of Nigeria to reduce the benchmark rate at its upcoming meeting in response to the dip in inflation. The chairman of IMPI, Dr. Omoniyi Akinsiju, said they have observed how some critics have dismissed the decline in the inflation rate as being of no consequence to the people, insisting dismissively that prices have not changed in any way to affect the mass of the Nigerian people. Moving to the agricultural sector, the Minister of Agriculture and Food Security, Abubakar Kyari, has identified horticulture as a powerful driver of food security, women's empowerment and youth employment, provided it receives adequate policy backing, investment and partnerships. Kyari made this known at the Learning Event 2025 of the Horti Nigeria program in Ibadan, themed Catalyzing Sustainability and Inclusion through Stakeholder Engagement in Nigeria's Horticulture Sector. His message was delivered by the Director of Horticulture in the Ministry, Yerima Oba. The Horti Nigerian program, funded by the Embassy of the Kingdom of the Netherlands and implemented between 2021 and 2025, is led by the International Fertilizer Development Center in partnership with the East-West Seed Knowledge Transfer Foundation, the Royal Tropical Institute, and Wageningen University and Research. According to Kyari, the program has recorded impressive results across Kaduna, Kano, Ogun, and Oyo states. The Central Bank of Nigeria, CBN, has granted approval to APC's Finance Company Limited to operate as a licensed finance company. This is to further widen the pool of financial institutions providing access to credits in the country. The approval conveyed in a letter signed by Dr. Rita Sike, Director of Financial Policy and Regulation Department of the CBN, confirmed that APCs met the regulatory conditions required under the Bank and Other Financial Institutions Act, BOFIA 2025, and the CBN Act of 2007. The CBN also insisted on due diligence regarding approved board members and management appointees, cautioning that any adverse findings or misrepresentation discovered after the licensing process could invalidate the authorization. APC's Finance is expected to notify the regulator of its official commencement date so the bank can update its records accordingly. The approval comes at a time when Nigeria is seeking to deepen financial inclusion and diversify access to credit through non-bank financial institutions.
Well, that happens to be from the business news, and still on as a segment of the program. We're still on here with a lot more to show even to you on the program. But this day, even as you saw, the topic that we have for our discussion today and for this discussion is building a resilient economy. And of course, the Bauchi State Bauchi Business Summit in focus. The Bauchi Business Summit, officially known as the Bauchi State Economic and Investment Summit, is a program that has been going on, but this year there is a date for it. And it will be held at the International Conference Center in Bauchi, and a lot will be happening there. That's why I have my guests here to help me talk about it. But I know that there are objectives that they have, talking about building the economy and showcasing the economic opportunities, promoting what they have in their base. Promoting private sector participation and fostering collaborations, and a lot more. These are things that you, as you watch the program to the very end, you will get to understand more, and even investment opportunities abound when you get to the part of this program. So please do stay with us. Do stay with us. If you look at some economic sections, investment opportunities. There is a lot of it for agriculture, energy, ICT, solid mineral, and so on and so forth. Even livestock development, because I remember that it's building a capacity around the livestock value chain for local needs and export and development. There are a lot of things that they are putting together to happen in Bauchi State. But I have got a guest. I am talking about the one I mentioned here that is with me, so that we'll be able to discuss this. We also have a message from that summit itself. We'll play it for you, but before all that, let me one more time welcome my guest. My guest, of course, is Ime Ufot. Ime, good to have you again on the program.
Thank you, viewers.
Yes,
thank you for having me.
Ime Ufot, as I said, is a member of the I have a lot of things in this one now, but this is a Nigerian Guild of Editors. I wanted to say Actors Guild, Nigerian Guild of Editors, and he is the executive director here in this station. He's executive director, communications and marketing. Good to have you here. Tell us a bit more about this, because we said we were focusing on that particular summit.
Actually, I think Bauchi, I must say, he's like they've come of age, and they're taking another dimension to this State Economic Summit. I mean, for me, it was like a master stroke, ever done. Taking the road show to Lagos. I mean, Bauchi to Lagos. I mean, and Lagos happens to be the hub. Like I used to say, he begins in Lagos. I mean, if it doesn't start in Lagos, know that it has, and they believe strongly that there are a lot of investment opportunities in Bauchi State, which they don't feel that they need to stretch out their hands and then reach out to a lot of investors, even across board. And Lagos being a cosmopolitan area, I mean, so a lot of people will be wondering that. At times they ask, why going to Lagos? Because Lagos happens to be the center of commerce. I mean, every opportunity is abound. And so when they did this roadshow, it was quite fantastic, and it was an eye-opener for them to know, because Bauchi State itself are ready. His Excellency Governor Bala Mohammed is really set for this summit, and it's going to be like an eye-opener for those who will be coming to Bauchi State for this Bauchi Economic State Summit and Investment, because it's going to be like first of its kind. I mean, it's unusual, and then to unveil the things and opportunities that are there in Bauchi State. I mean, they also, when we look at it in Bauchi, you begin to remember, the Yankari Game Reserve in Bauchi. I mean, it's always a hub. And to give credit to Governor Bala Mohammed, His Excellency, they are unveiling the International Conference Center, where the summit will be taking place. I mean, there's a huge lot of investment that has been put into the conference center, where it will attract people from across the globe, from all network. And I mean, the investment opportunities are enormous. Talk about agriculture, talk about livestock, talk about ICT, I mean, and many more. There are these opportunities that most people do not know. In Nigeria, I think this country is so blessed with enormous resources, minerals, human capital resources, that when you go in, there are things you need to see for yourself, not what they told you. There's this, what you call the first-hand experience. Yes. And then when you get there, and then you see things by yourself, and then you begin to experience, you have to say, really, is it really happening here? And it's because that is why they first and foremost went to Lagos, to let them know and woo them and say, look, come over to Bauchi and see the investment economic opportunity that you can tap and explore the state of Bauchi. So their hands are wide open. I think, you know, so when they are doing this program, like the pre, and also the rush also is also in Kano, you know, I mean, they also need to stretch their hands over there and move to the state of Kano, and also let people know that the summit is always a window opportunity for each state, for Bauchi state, to showcase what is available, both the local and the foreign investors. And they also have numbers, you know, they also have numbers. So, and they have lands. So these lands are also available. They can tap, and the state government is willing and ready to partner with every investor who is willing to invest in the state. But one of the things you must do is to attend the summit, see things for yourself, and then know where and where the opportunities are bound, in leaps and bound in state of Bauchi state.
Yes, like there is a place that's called Kolmani in Bauchi state. We gather. They want to turn it into a special oil and gas free economic zone in that same state. So at least for those who are involved in oil and gas, there is a great opportunity for them.
Oh yes, I mean, you cannot, I mean, that's why I said that when you go there, the coal money will open up a space for the oil and gas people. I mean, there's also a space for them where they can easily explore the opportunity in the oil and gas. I mean, these are natural resources that are available, that needs to be tapped, that need to be explored. So Bauchi state also has those opportunity that you need to tap, you need to explore, and then you smile on with a good investment.
One more thing very interesting about this is that it's a free economic zone. Unlike other areas where you need to pay a whole lot before you achieve it. With that, as a free economic zone, it makes it easier for them. So it's more attractive. Don't you think so?
Oh, it is. It is. I mean, when it is free, there has to be an incentive for the investors to come. I mean, because it is free, and there's also an enabling environment of ease of doing business in Bauchi state.
Yes.
That is why they're saying that it is a free economic zone. So when you get in there, and then you begin to see the diversity, the opportunity that you can explore and take advantage of the economic opportunity. There you go. The government, His Excellency the Governor Bala Mohammed, I think he's in his wisdom, knew that there are some things you need to let the investor have and let it be attractive so that you can woo them, and then when they come in and they see things for themselves, and then they will to take advantage of it. I think this summit is like a new wave for people, investors who are coming in to see what they will bring in and get returns on their investment in Bauchi state.
Okay. I also have gathered that there is over 100 documented mineral capacity around around Bauchi state. They talked about kaolin being part of it and a lot more. So I feel everyone everywhere should struggle to come to Bauchi within this area. Documented mineral deposits like limestone, kaolin, gold, zinc, and iron ore. All these is a whole lot for someone that would go into such a thing, for those who are into solid minerals. So there are areas. The energy sector has it. The energy sector has it, because of the fact that they're talking about the free economic zone in Kolmani. There is also the ICT sector that should help, as you mentioned, then the solid minerals, as well as the livestock development. You know, that their vast forest has been, what could be made use, will be transformed into a kind of grazing center for all livestock.
I think for them, that's an added advantage for them in Bauchi state.
It is.
And because they have come to realize that the grazing and the areas of land that is available, that they can't harness and then use it for their livestock trading activities. In fact, that place is like a hub, a one-stop shop. You know, you have the livestock there, you have the building there, you have the hospital, you have where the animals will feed, you have where the staff workers will live, you have the hospital, on all social amenities. There will be schools, hospitals, and all those so that when you know that this is a hub for the grazing area, you know, you now realize that those things has to be put, those infrastructure has to be put in place for you to attract. But I know very well that His Excellency Governor Bala Mohammed is working around the clock tirelessly, you know, to make sure that all investors get value for their money. The important is that you must, you know, try and endeavor to be at the summit, because that is why they are wooing people across the state. So that's why it looks like when you're talking about the kaolin and limestone, gold, iron ore, and also these are another natural resources where the investors in mining can come in and take advantage of it. And because there's a free economy, they can come in there and sit with the state, and then the state provide the adequate security and provide the necessary tools and logistics that could make them thrive, and then create an ambience that is friendly. Of course, the Bauchi people are very friendly and they are very warm, you know. So at that aspect, they'll be able to explore and see what, I mean, they can get out of the summit.
In addition to that, there is the culture, the rich culture that exists in Bauchi. You know, where you get to see, and wonderful, many languages all roped together as one in Bauchi state. When they greet in different languages, but they all still come to give the same thing. Their dances, their dishes, and all put together. I think all these will make it a beautiful thing for whoever that attends.
I think culture is very unique in our state, even particularly in Bauchi state. I mean, you can imagine having, and I know His Excellency is going to have a gala night.
Yes.
You know, to treat the guests and to see the beautiful area of culture that is available in Bauchi state. I mean, there's unity in diversity.
Exactly.
But you see, in that diversity, the governor himself, His Excellency Governor Bala Mohammed, wants to take advantage of that as well to heart, because Bauchi state government can also see in a way they want to also export their culture.
Of course.
They want to export their tradition because the culture there is unique. I mean, it's so unique, and the entire attire, you know, when you see the attire and the traditional rulers and everybody appearing there, it gives a colorful being to know that, oh, this country, Nigeria, and we started in the northern state, it's so beautiful, and you don't need to miss the summit. That's all I can say.
Okay, we are still talking about building a resilient economy. When I remember looking at Lagos State, that Lagos State has built an economy that is richer, bigger, greater, larger than some countries in Africa and even beyond. Lagos State as a state. So I believe that is also another good reason for which Bauchi have to go to Lagos. Just as you said, if it doesn't go to Lagos, it has not started.
Yes, absolutely.
Have to go to Lagos to do a fair.
Yeah, a roadshow.
A roadshow, so as to attract this kind of quality that you see in Lagos into Bauchi.
Yes, they need to collaborate. They need to woo, because Bauchi is in Nigeria. He's not outside Nigeria. And there are a lot of people who have also been trying to see how they can explore or how can they get to Bauchi, because at times people are, maybe they say lack of security and all those stuff. But by the time they went to Lagos, it was an eye-opener for them to realize that, oh, you mean there's an opportunity. There are investors in Lagos who are waiting for such opportunity. I think they will harness the opportunity. They will take advantage of the opportunity which Lagos has to offer and give it the very best and give it the shot that the investors who are coming to Bauchi State need to explore and take a full advantage of it. I think His Excellency Governor Bala Mohammed is ready, because what I even appreciate is that for them to even see other templates what other states are using, like Lagos as a template. I mean, going to Kano, going to Kano, going to Lagos, because there are people, they are citizens, they are indigenous of Bauchi people who stays in Lagos, who invest in Lagos, who pay tax in Lagos, who build and raise their family in Lagos. So why can't they come back home
and do
something? You know, so it will also afford them for them to say, okay, if they have come to us, let's go home and see what we can do for our state, because it has come to the fore that nobody will do your state for you except you build it.
Okay, talking about investment, we want to take a break from this side and look at what we have from the stock exchange. And so it's type of investment, isn't it? Let's do that, and after that we'll return to the discussion table. The stock exchange right now. And from the Nigerian Stock Exchange, we have the all shares index is 142,263.07, and of course, looking at the percentage, it's 0.16% improvement on what was there the previous day. And talking about the values, the value traded is still, of course, in naira, 8.4 billion naira, and for the volume of trade was 325 million, while the market capital in naira happens to have risen up to 90 trillion naira. And that is it for the general overview of that Nigerian Stock Exchange matter. Let's go straight away to look at what we have from the three top active traders that came in to the market there yesterday. And looking at them, we have the Access Corp, and of course we have the Zenith Bank as well as the Fidelity Bank. These were the people that came in and did something great. Over a billion was brought in by Access Corp. Zenith Bank brought in over $1 billion as well, and that's 1.6 in actual fact on their own, while Access was 1.08 really, and then for the Fidelity Bank it was 426 million that it came in with for the stock exchange, for the stock trading of yesterday. Again, let's look at those who are the decliners, the top decliners. We have amongst them okay, rather, please do bear with me. Let's look at top gainers. Yes, top gainers. Let's go to the top gainers. Looking at the top gainers, we have Guinness. Guinness gained 16 kobo and a 10% increase. Lotus Hall 15 gained 6 naira, 10% as well, while Unicel gained 2 naira 75 kobo at 9.89%. For Regalis, that is Regal Insurance, it has 18 kobo gain. That's talking about 9.82%. Again, we'll see that apart from Regal Insurance, that's where we have it. I also have a record that Thamsavi also had 24 naira gain. Then looking at the top losers or top decliners, as the case may be, we'll see that there is the FG SOC 2032 getting us to having 5 and losing 11 naira 49 kobo, and becoming a loss of 11.21% as well, while Cornwall PLC also lost 33 kobo. Cornwall lost 33 kobo, and a percentage of 7.59%, almost 8%. Looking at TIP at 0.97, the percentage is 7.48%, while sovereigns, that's sovereign insurance, has 0.19 on decline and 6.21% decline. They lost 19 kobo, while Omatech really lost 6 kobo, and then they got up to 5%. So these are the ones that have lost these. We have not looked at the oil market this day because it's been the same for a while, but I'm sure of the fact that the things we have got on this stock exchange would also make it okay for as many as want to be involved. You know where to go, which way to go, which company to invest in, and which one to stay away from for a while. As we have seen in a while now, that Guinness has been making an improvement for a while now. So you look at it and decide where you want to go. It's all part of the business things here. Well, we're still here. I wouldn't think it would be bad if we decide to look at what we have in the news beat straight away. Let's take a look at the news beat, then we'll return and do our discussion. I think we have two stories on the news beat, yes, and the first one, the Minister of Interior, Honorable Tunji Ojo, inspected just yesterday the newly completed centralized passport personalization center in Abuja, saying that the facility will ensure faster delivery of passports and permanently eliminate backlogs. He stressed that the center would enable Nigerians to obtain passports within 1 week and in many cases within 24 hours of approval. Speaking during the inspection, the minister said the project represents a historic leap in the 62-year history of the Nigeria Immigration Service, which had never before operated a central center for passport production. While describing the center as a symbol of the government's determination to modernize service delivery, Tunji Ojo explained that the old structure, which had over 90 personalization locations worldwide, was inefficient and difficult to control. According to the minister, the center is equipped with machines capable of producing 1,000 passports per hour and up to 5,000 daily. He insisted that the era of backlog is gone as everything is now automated. According to the minister, the center is equipped with machines capable of producing 1,000 passports per hour and, of course, 5,000 as I earlier mentioned. He insisted that the era of backlog is gone. Everything is now automated. That's the exact word he used. Everything is now automated. And looking at that second story, it goes on to be that that has to do with the central bank, though we've seen a bit of it in the news, but then let's take it again. It's not out of place. At this time it's from what has happened somewhere else under the central bank as well. The central bank governor Olayemi Cardoso has cautioned Nigerians, particularly traders, against spraying, hawking and mutilating the naira. Cardoso, represented by the acting director of the Corporate Communications Department, Mrs. Hakama Sidi Ali, gave the warning at the CBN fair held in Kaduna. He explained that the fair was designed to engage the public on CBN policies aimed at fostering financial inclusion, sustainable economic growth and price stability. With the theme driving alternative payment channels as tools for financial inclusion, growth and accelerated economic development, the Apex Bank said the initiative was targeted at supporting small and medium enterprises, SMEs, and other critical sectors. And quoting him, "I encourage you to respect and keep the naira clean. Do not spray, hawk, mutilate, or counterfeit the naira. It is our critical national symbol," Cardoso said. According to him, the engagement seeks to sensitize Nigerians on how CBN policies impact their daily lives, with presentations covering payment system innovations, microfinance activities, developments in the foreign exchange market, consumer protection, and naira management. The CBN governor reaffirms the bank's commitments to stimulating productivity, deepening financial inclusion, and ensuring monetary and price stability. These efforts have already begun yielding results, including increased inflows of foreign investment, positive trade balances, and remarkable progress in financial inclusion, he added. And that's it. That's how we will then let it be. That lady you just saw is the fellow that represented the governor there. And that is talking about Sidi Ali, Hakama Sidi Ali, Mrs. Hakama Sidi Ali. Thank you. And that's it. We'll return here and we'll continue again. What did we have? We're still talking about the same topic, the building a resilient economy.
A powerful wave of opportunity is sweeping across Nigeria, and its heartbeat is coming from Bauchi, where potential meets possibility. Fresh from a groundbreaking Lagos roadshow as Nigeria's economic capital, the Bauchi state government is opening its doors, unveiling a world of opportunities like never before. Under the visionary leadership of Governor Bala Mohammed, Bauchi is offering investors a clear path, policy support, infrastructure, security, and enabling environment built on transparency and inclusiveness. Theme: rebuilding a resilient economy, optimizing investments and partnerships. Bauchi State is ready for business. Are you ready for Bauchi?
This message is from the Office of the Special Advisor on Media and Publicity, Comrade Mukhtar Gidaru, Jarman Al-Kaleri.
Building a resilient economy. The Bauchi State Economic Conference in Focus seminar. What do you think, again, that looking at all of it, they have thought about this long before now. They've even done certain things. But this year is special in every way. They are making it very big, making it very loud, making good noise about it because of the fact they have seen the economic viability and the economic importance of getting it done.
Yes, because you see, in the midst of adversity, when you look at it, adversity brings the best potential
out of an individual,
or
an organization.
Now the adversity that you may see, let me use the word, as I know, in Bauchi say that we see, has made His Excellency the Governor, Bala Mohammed, to look inward and do a retrospective and say, look, hey, gentlemen and ladies, there is something inside here that people are seeing that even we are not harnessing. I think it is high time, bring them to the drawing board, lock themselves into the room and tell themselves the truth. And I think that is just what is happening. I believe that His Excellency wants to reinvent the wheel and let it know that, because after this summit, posterity will judge him right and history will be kind to him when he leaves and play back and look at what he has done with this summit, the Bauchi Economic Summit and Investment that is taking place. And then people will be able to explore and see what available opportunity they can explore. So they are ready to take advantage of what is on the ground and what is available. That is why they are wooing investors across the globe and across the world to make sure that they come to Bauchi, stay in Bauchi, eat their food in Bauchi,
enjoy the hospitality.
Because the hospitality in Bauchi is quite warming, and still the culture of Bauchi. And now begin to look at all the areas of window of opportunity: the agriculture, the mining, the livestock, the ICT, and then unveiling the International Conference Center, which is a milestone, in Bauchi, which I feel that was a great one because of the space and capacity, and when you have a good infrastructure to host such a heavy conference summit like that, I mean, people will always live to remember. So I believe strongly that that this is a time for people to go and take advantage of what is happening between the 8th and 9th of October in Bauchi, and then begin to see that after that, I mean, it's a summit whereby I know His Excellency will say, look, gentlemen, let's lock ourselves in here and see what is going to happen. I'll sit down with you here, and as well, there are going to be a session, plenary session, and all those stuff that people will need to look at and then take advantage of it, and then from there will be the outcome of the summit and sign an MOU, and then come up with a memorandum of understanding that this is the way to go. And I also believe strongly that even after the summit, some people will stay back a little bit and say, look, let's since we have seen there's no need of going back, let's tidy up because there's a free economic opportunity, and let's begin to seal the date immediately. You don't wait and go and come back, so that you move with the velocity and the momentum of what the state has provided. Okay. And I'm beginning to have, why is it that there are a lot of foreigners are coming into the country? People are coming in, investors are coming in across the globe to take advantage of what is available in Bauchi State. So I believe that the ground is set, and things have been put in place for this epic economic summit in Bauchi State.
Well, motion has been put in place and things are working in line with that program and arrangement. Looking at it all, you see that there is a great hope for our people, because the economy is what we're after here. And with this, there will be huge impact that will be made on the state's economy, just as Lagos is, and on the economy of the nation at large. And when you were mentioning things, I remembered, I said they also need to go to Yankari Games Reserve to enjoy themselves, to watch these animals in real action, not the one you watch in the video, but this time see them real life, see the lion and all that, zebra, all these other big animals all around, and see them, even how they do their hunt and how they kill and how they enjoy all that. And I remember that there is the spring water that is also from Bauchi that has been there for all these years, and in actual fact, that's the very first spring water we saw in Nigeria being marketed. So I guess they would still show it and let people see that, and go and see the spring, see the way it is, and enjoy the water that is purely natural, the way it is coming to them.
Because the natural spring water is a God-given asset, and you can't take it away. You can't remove it. All you need to do is to harness it. So the more you harness them, create the atmosphere where people can go, see the natural spring water, and tap into it. Because even the spring water itself is a tourist site.
Yes.
I mean, because it's spring water that comes out from the spring for years. In fact, years before we were born, the spring water has been there.
Yes.
I believe strongly that His Excellency will cultivate, or is already cultivating, not will. I know it's part of it, because most tourists, once they get there, they want to see the spring water. Then after seeing it, they now want to now go to the Yankari Game Reserve to see the animals themselves. But I strongly know that His Excellency is expanding the game reserve, the Yankari Game Reserve, expanding it and putting it in a very lovely perspective and perception, so that when you see the spring, you go to the spring water, you now come to the game reserve, like they say, all work cannot play, makes Jack a dog boy. So it's a complete package for every one of them to see. And I know that most tourists like looking forward of going to that spring water and seeing the Yankari Game Reserve. just to see those beautiful animals.
We will talk about this a little more, but we'll just take a break, just a minute. We will return to continue, even from where we stopped right now.
A powerful wave of opportunity is sweeping across Nigeria, and its heartbeat is coming from Bauchi, where potential meets possibility. Fresh from a groundbreaking Lagos roadshow as Nigeria's economic capital, the Bauchi state government is opening its doors, unveiling a world of opportunities like never before. Under the visionary leadership of Governor Bala Mohammed, Bauchi is offering investors a clear path, policy support, infrastructure, security, and enabling environment built on transparency and inclusiveness. Theme: Rebuilding a resilient economy, optimizing investments and partnerships. Bauchi State is ready for business. Are you ready for Bauchi?
This message is from the Office of the Special Advisor on Media and Publicity, Comrade Mukhtar Gidaru, German Al-Kaleri.
A powerful wave of opportunity is sweeping across Nigeria, and its heartbeat is coming from Bauchi, where potential meets possibility. Fresh from a groundbreaking Lagos roadshow as Nigeria's economic capital, the Bauchi state government is opening its doors, unveiling a world of opportunities like never before. Under the visionary leadership of Governor Bala Mohammed, Bauchi is offering investors a clear path, policy support, infrastructure, security, and enabling environment built on transparency and inclusiveness. Theme: Rebuilding a resilient economy, optimizing investments and partnerships. Bauchi State is ready for business. Are you ready for Bauchi?
This message is from the Office of the Special Advisor on Media and Publicity, Comrade Mukhtar Gidaru, German Al-Kaleri.
Yes, that's it, and that's a good way to start thinking of rounding up the program. And then, of course, we've seen a lot, as I said. He has a lot more to say, especially on the tourist attraction and all that. And then, just as we're about to round up, I want you to mention some of them again, so that we can conclude those we have not mentioned earlier.
Well, what we have not mentioned is the trip of Abubakar Tafawa Balewa,
Yes, the two.
our first Prime Minister, with a gigantic, modest world.
Yes.
I mean, it is a beautiful tourist site. I mean, visiting our first Prime Minister is a lovely sight to behold.
Yes.
I mean, it gives you a good memory lane. It brings you back to memory that these are our founding fathers in this country that fought for the independence of this country. And Abubakar Tafawa Balewa was an erudite scholar.
Yes.
I mean, he was very eloquent, very eloquent, and a man with modesty. And then if you go there, you will see that. And then we'll talk about the state of the art stadium
Yes.
capacity with 15,000.
Yes, 150. Yes, 15,000. Yes.
15,000. I mean, it's something to do. And even they even have a state library hall. Library, modern library. Where you go, because if you don't have knowledge, I mean, there's nothing you can do about it. So, I mean, the Bauchi State is prepared, and the wildlife park with varieties of all manner of animals in Bauchi State, I believe strongly that the best is still yet to come in Bauchi. Let me speak the mind of His Excellency Governor Bala Mohammed. Okay. He will say, they have not seen nothing yet.
Okay.
And then once you come to that summit, I know that a lot has been packed full for the summit for all investors across the globe to come and take an advantage of this summit and make sure that they see what they can tap out of it, and even also see what they can do with the state government. So I think Bauchi State is ready. the state governor, His Excellency Bala Mohammed, is ready so as to make sure that he receives every investor in Bauchi State. And I believe that I will see you there in Bauchi.
Okay. Thank you so much. Ime Ufot, thank you so much. A member of the Nigeria Guild of Editors and executive director here, talking about communications and advertisement. Thanks a lot. It's really great having you on the program today. I want to say thank you to all people who are members of the team of that package. I hope that the best will happen to them all over there. And let me not forget that I had Chukwuma Aloeke as someone with whom I started this work together today. Not forgetting Eukaria Onyeneke, Samson Fasewe, Blessing Aina, as well as the boss himself, talking about Brian Chukwebue. I also have had Victor. I want to say thanks to Victor Adeye, Victor Chizea, to a lot of them. There are many fellows who have already done the work today. And I want to thank everyone and saying that we'll always do this, even all through the weekday. So keep joining us and keep enjoying the things we have, because we have a whole lot. May we always be alive and healthy to look at things that will help us get our economy on the sound footing. That way, I will say this day, Okechukwu Onubogu, may the best happen to us all.
A powerful wave of opportunity is sweeping across Nigeria, and its heartbeat is coming from Bauchi, where potential meets possibility. Fresh from a groundbreaking Lagos roadshow as Nigeria's economic capital, the Bauchi state government is opening its doors, unveiling a world of opportunities like never before. Under the visionary leadership of Governor Bala Mohammed, Bauchi is offering investors a clear path, policy support, infrastructure, security, and enabling environment built on transparency and inclusiveness. Theme: rebuilding a resilient economy, optimizing investments and partnerships. Bauchi State is ready for business. Are you ready for Bauchi?
This message is from the Office of the Special Advisor on Media and Publicity, Comrade Mukhtar Gidaru, German Al-Kaleri.